All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin this video by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Raha, Kodash, the Bonds of the Apostles, and Elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Lord's elect, beginning with the 144,000. This is a Ratazah from the Great Millstone GMS Atlanta camp. All right, with another quick video. And just wanted to bring out a couple of scriptures centered around end time prophecy, in particular the mark of the beast, so as we call it, the MOTB. And pretty much what sparked the interest to do this video, I was watching a video from Elder Manata Zakba from GMS South Carolina. He did a response video to this this guy that he came across. I don't know if this dude's a Christian or what, but basically the video is going into how he's saying that there's not going to be a mark of the beast. You know, it's made up. It's put there to you know, try to convince us that we're not at the end. Some madness this guy was talking about. And you know, as I'm watching the video and I'm you know, beginning to ponder, it's really gonna come a time where it's just gonna be, you know, a thing where, hey, we'll see. All right, we'll see in the end who was right and who was wrong, which we know we're right currently, but I'm referring to when we actually begin to see Esau roll these things out. All right, when you start seeing the things that we've been speaking, all right, from the apostles on down, you know, and just going through the years, we start to see these things manifest. And, you know, we would love to see the look on these people's face, especially that particular guy. All right, we'll love to see him in that day and see what the hell he got to say. All right, when he actually sees the mark of the beast technology rolled out. All right, when they're gonna be passing mandates and legislation and make it mandatory for you to take it. And if you don't take it, you're gonna face death. All right, and that's the scripture. You know what you see I have here, Revelation 13 chapter. So, you know, you going on this and now, you know, there's not going to be a mark of the beast. It's not going to be a chip. That's all right. Simply because you saying it's not going to be, don't mean it's not going to happen. We see it from afar off. We see where the society is going. Everything is going digital. You know, they're slowly doing away with cash. You know, all things is leading towards the MOTB technology. All right, and that's a skill or attribute or trait that a true prophet would have is to be able to have foresight, to be able to look ahead and see what's coming. All right, as a matter of fact, let's get that. I think it's Proverbs 22:3. All right, I just want to hit a couple points. This is Proverbs 22 in verse 3. It says a prudent man foreseeth the evil. All right, foreseeth the evil, which we know evil goes into bad time. All right, and it's going to be a bad time when that chip is implemented, man. Okay, so as a prudent man, you're supposed to be able to foresee that. It says, and hideth himself. And ultimately, how you hide is you hide in this truth. You hide under the covering, if you will, of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It says, but the simple pass on and are punished. And that guy in that video that the elder was doing a video response to, that guy is simple. You know, he's simple. And when Esau brings the MOTB, I guarantee you he's going to take it. All right, he's going to take it. So again, a prudent man foreseeth the evil. All right, a prophet is a prudent man that foresees things, and that's why we bring it out from time and time again. When you go into the history, in past times, a prophet was at one time called a seer. All right, I think it's in 1 Samuel 9:9. It tells you that, which the root word in seer is to see. Okay, so a prophet has to be able to see. You know, foresight. Okay, and we see it clearly. And that's what the scripture prophesied about in Revelation, the 13th chapter, that Esau, through his beast system, would implement a mark, all right, which is mark is that implantable device that whoever has it can be able to buy or sell, showing you that it's something physical. It's not a spiritual thing. All right, and that's the plans of the elites. They want to have everybody chipped. If you can't see it, well, it's because the Most High don't want you to see it, because evidently he's leading you to take it. See? So let's go from there. All right. So like basically, man, the biggest "I told you so" is coming. All right. When you start seeing these things come to pass, you're gonna know, damn, the Hebrew Israelite, in particular, Great Millstone, because we're the only group that really harps on the mark of the beast being a chip. You're gonna know and realize that, damn, those guys there, they was warning us about this. It's gonna be too late. All right, this is Jeremiah 28, 8 and 9. All right, Jeremiah 28 and 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. And this is what we do. It's a big portion of our job, is to prophesy of the evils to come. All right, and we're prophesying against countries and great kingdoms. One of the great kingdoms is Babylon the Great, which is America. All right, and then it goes on in verse 9. It says, the prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua have truly sent him. See that? And we prophesy of peace as well. All right. And the peace is going to come to who? It's going to come to the elect, the believers, or the ones who are predestinated for salvation, which only pertains to the nation of Israel, which consists of so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right. There's a particular remnant that the Lord is going to protect and basically cover from the pending doom. So we prophesy of peace as well. We prophesy of peace and we prophesy of evil. But the point is that when these words come to pass, it says, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord had truly sent him. So you're going to know when you see the MOTB rolled out. You start seeing the chipping stations. You start seeing when you go to the store, you can't use your cash, or you can't use your debit card or a credit card. You got to basically swipe your hand. You're going to say, damn, them Great Millstone guys was right. And it's going to be too late for a lot of people. Okay? Because you didn't take heed to the word of the Most High. All right, let's get another one. I think it's Ezekiel 33, like the last verse. Just hit that point. All right, dealing with the watchmen. But let's get this point. This is Ezekiel 33 and 33. And it says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. Right. When you start to see these things come to pass, vision after vision, prophecy after prophecy. All right. Like I said, you start seeing the chipping stations. You see these long lines. You start seeing chaos in the streets. You start seeing people getting their heads chopped off for basically refusing to take the mark, refusing to get chipped. You're gonna know a prophet have been among you. You're gonna know that the prophets were here, warning and telling you these things. But here it is, you got niggas like in that video talking about there's not gonna be no mark of the beast, and it's a stupid. Well, yeah, it is a stupid plan. All right, we ain't never say Esau trying to trip the world with something smart. Yeah, well, he's a fool, and it's not going to work. All right, as the scripture says, they what does the scripture say, that the counsel of the heathen shall come to naught. So yeah, it's not going to work, and it's stupid, but that don't mean it's not going to happen. Okay. But it's just a thing of we'll see. Okay? And the thing is, you got people already, you know, you got certain Jakes that are already admitting, like, yo, them Hebrew Israelite guys was right, man. I think I did a video response to that maybe some months back, maybe last year, where Jake was like, yeah, man, them Hebrew Israelite guys that y'all like to call crazy and this and that, hey, man, I'm realizing they was right. Because he's starting to see things that we prophesied are coming to pass. And it's only going to be made manifest even more. Okay? Again, when you start seeing them roll out the MOTB, all right, you're going to be like, damn, it was right. Once again. You see? Let's get one more. It's Habakkuk 2. All right, we bring this out all the time. Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Right? The vision. Part of the vision is the mark of the beast, the MOTB. All right? It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Yeah, it feels like it's tarrying. You know, it feels like, it ain't gonna happen. Whatever, y'all guys crazy. Mark of the beast, that's, y'all just, nah, man. We see it. Every time you turn around, they testing it. They running tests. We see in these different countries, even here in America, you go to certain places, the restaurants say, nope, I'm sorry, we're cashless. We're not accepting cash. You gotta, you know. Yeah, it's because you gotta remember the Most High deals with a level of gradualism. That's why I said, though it tarry means to basically be prolonged. You know, it feels like it's prolonging itself, but before you know it, it's going to be here. And for, again, a lot of these people are going to be asked, they're going to be asked out because they haven't mentally and spiritually prepared themselves, you know, for that time. All right, like the brother in our camp say, don't think that you're going to just when all hell breaks loose, don't think you're just going to snap into being spiritual. It's a process. It's a grind. It's a labor to be strong and be spiritual. You know, to be strong mentally and spiritually and all that. You ain't just going to, you know, snap into it when all hell breaks loose. People going to lose it. Right? That's why Scripture says wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our times and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Okay, now's the time that you're supposed to be getting more spiritual and more rooted in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, which is these people out here ain't doing. All right, and that guy in that video, he damn sure ain't doing it. He's definitely going. He's probably going to take 10 chips, man. You know, and we know the judgment on that. Pursuant to Revelations 14. All right, the Most High going to judge him. All right, so yeah, I just want to bring out a couple of scriptures on that. All right. The biggest I told you so is coming, man. All right, all these Israelites and bug outs that all, you know, came against us, or they came against the teaching of the mark of the beast being a chip, and how I ain't gonna be no chip. This is sin. It's this. Well, you just wait and see. All right, we already see it, but for these people out here, let's just wait and see how they're gonna look. All right, and how they're gonna behave when Esau locked this mother effer down, man, and you're gonna be forced to you know, get the you know, that thing in your hand, man. You know, but yeah, you know, that's really all I want to bring out. All right, Lord willing, you was edified by this video, giving no praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rachak Wadash, and Lord willing, to the next video, I'm gonna say Shalom.